Good morning. My name is Katie, and I will be your chairperson for today's Dharma School service. Are there any visitors or new students and families here this morning? If so, welcome to our temple. Could those of you sitting near them help them find the proper pages for the sutras, gathas, and readings? Thank you. First, we'll have Sanbujo on page 24 in the Big Book, followed by sutra chanting Jusege on page 23 in the Little Book or page 93 in the Big Book. The page numbers for the sutra book will be displayed on the front screen or on your monitors at home, so please follow along.
Namanda, 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 Namanda. 子世之期，天空恩福间，一树开合作，高世苦毒后，就大世主。세포시 시크 그요이 사이붓 그소크 슈토크혼 간내시 투조만 토크이 산가요 녀부츠 무게치 쓰다스미 부쇼 간가 그에릭 도시 사이쇼선 시간 야코카 다이센 오칸도 토크 쇼텐닌 도우친 묘케 아만다브 나만다브 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 간니시 그도그 여도세이사이 돈모다이신 오요 안 라코코 나만 다운 나만 다운 나만 다운 나만 다운 나만 다운 나만
Please rise to sing the Gatha I'm a Link in the Golden Chain, which is the third song in the yellow handbook, followed by the Golden Chain, which is located on page 2 in the Little Book or page 15 in the Big Book under Golden Chain 1.
I'm a link in the golden chain. Harmony may we all attain. Gentle to all living things, will unite us all as golden rings. I'm a link in the golden chain. Gratitude may strong, my link will grow through pure and loving deeds I know. Pure and beautiful thoughts I think, and pure and beautiful words I will say, and pure and beautiful deeds I will do for the world and for you, spreading kindness and love every day to all living things that come our way. Amida's chain of love is bright. Through peace and love we will see the light.
The Golden Chain. I am the link in Amita's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I will keep my link bright and strong. I will be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will think pure and beautiful thoughts, say pure and beautiful words, and do pure and beautiful deeds. May every link in Amita's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Now we will have a Dharma lesson by Minister's Assistant Mrs. Tanabe.
Good morning, everybody. How are you today? Good, very good. And to all of you at home, thank you for tuning in. It's a beautiful morning, even though we had some rain last night. Rain is beautiful, isn't it? It helps things grow, but at the extreme, it can also be very destructive. It can flood, it can cause havoc. Everything seems positive and negative. Buddha teaches us to take the middle path to avoid both extremes. Please join me in Gasho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. When I first entered the Hondo on Sunday morning, I sit quietly by myself in the front pew and I look at door 19. It calms me down. And I try to think kind thoughts. As some of you know, I have been suffering from arthritis, from hypertension, and diabetes, and now Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's disease is a neural condition. There is no cure for Parkinson's disease. It affects the brain, and so that's why my voice is so weak. It's getting weaker all the time. it's so different to be in this condition because, as some of you know, I used to love to sing and to talk, but now I can't do those things. It is frustrating at times, but I also think that it makes me be more thankful and grateful for the things that I can do, even though they're small things. How many of you have experienced sickness or broken bones? That, yes, it gets you out of your normal capacity. But sooner or later, bones heal, right? Bones can heal over time, but Parkinson's disease does not heal over time. I can spend time complaining about my condition and saying, oh, wow, why did this have to happen to me? But it's a waste of time and energy to think that way. It is what it is. It is life. It is reality. Sometimes we're healthy, sometimes we're not so healthy. You know the story of Prince Siddhartha, who grew up in a palace of luxury and everything he could want for. But this little boy wanted to see what was outside the palace. He went outside, and what did he see? He saw some scenes that he didn't know existed. He saw a sick person. He saw a funeral procession. He saw many things that he didn't know existed. And this bothered him. It bothered him for a very long time. Because he was so protected inside the palace, he was unknowledgeable about all the things that a normal person goes through. Why do these things happen to people? Why? Was this normal? Back to now. My hearing is poor, but I can wear hearing aids. My walking is very bad, but I can use a walker and a wheelchair. I am nearsighted, but I can wear glasses to help me see better. People see me, and they always try to help me. They try to lend me a helping hand, for which I am grateful. I'm grateful for all the times people show their kindness to me. Kindness spreads just like a rock where you throw into water. There are ripples. Those ripples and the rock become one. One of my favorite things to do is to sit on the sandy beach and watch the ocean waves go in and out, in and out, in and out. We are like the water and the waves, and we are all one. It is a beautiful feeling. So the lesson of my Dharma message to you today is to practice kindness and compassion. Help us spread happiness by using everyday kindness. Help spread joy and happiness Don't you think that this world is a better world if we all practice kindness? Look at the altar and see everything in the altar. The central figure is the statue of Amida Buddha. It represents wisdom and compassion. He's looking after us with his wisdom and compassion. So we can all practice compassion every day. It could be something very little as a smile or laughter or saying a joke or being kind to our animals, pets, plants, everything. Just as the golden chain teaches us, kindness spreads. Thank you. Please join me in Gasho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you for your kind attention. This is kind.
Please rise to sing the Gatha Sayonara on page 103 in the Little Service Book, followed by the Promise located on page 5 in the Little Book, or page 15 in the Big Book.
Sayonara sensei o daiji ni Tanoshii kondo no tsuroi made.
The Promise. We thank the Buddha for showing us the way of freedom. We will endeavor to walk in his noble path every day of our lives. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you to Reverend Jones, Mr. Akizuki, Mrs. Tanabe, organist Mr. Yoshihara, and AV coordinator Mr. Kitagawa. Are there any announcements?
Hello, my name is Clinton from the Dharma School 5th and 6th grade class. The Dharma School is working on an all Dharma Dhamma project. We will be making pet toys for a local animal shelter from old towels. We are asking for donations of old towels. The animal shelter will also accept fleece blankets for their animals, so we will also be collecting those to give them. There's a container in the back to place them. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Jeannie Nakano for Eco Sangha. I spoke last Sunday, so all of you who were here last week will remember what I talked about. Yeah? Good. Just a quick reminder, on Earth Days, 2 weeks from today, April 13th, I claim it to be a lucky day. Uh, we will have Earth Day. Now, Earth Day, we celebrate this one day of the year, but we should be thinking of our Earth every single day. And I know that you do through your recycling, repurposing, reusing. You're doing that every day. So thank you for thinking of our Earth. I just want to tell you a few things about Earth Day. You know that the adult English will be attending the same service as you. So this Hondo will be full. But at 10 o'clock, when your service is over, you will exit to the annex building and begin your Earth Day activities. So we'll see the Eco Sangha committee leave a little earlier so they can be at their stations waiting for you to enter. You will be going through some activities with your class, but we have a lot of other ones that you can visit as well. So we didn't list them all in the Dharma. So some of you may have heard through your teachers what the other ones could be. So make sure that you look at everything when you come to the Earth Day Annex building. All right, our guest speaker will be Michael Kobori. So those of you who the adults who are staying for the adult service, his portion for the adult portion will be more of a Q&A. So be prepared with some questions to ask Michael. And you might be surprised at some of the answers that you will hear from him. I'm certainly looking forward to having him here as our guest speaker. So I hope to see you all in 2 weeks, okay? Of course, it's Hanamatsuri next Sunday. That's equally important. So see you in the next 2 weeks for sure. Oh, I just wanted to mention that one of the presenters in the annex happens to be a grandfather of one of the Dharma School students. She's here today and she knows who it is. So I hope you have a chance to figure out who that might be. Okay, thank you.
Morning, everybody. I have about 3 announcements. And the first one is today is supposed to be the deadline for the art contest. So please submit all your art projects to the office. And this is for the Eco Sangha art contest. And so I hope we get a lot of people coming in and giving their art projects to us. It would really be great. If you need more time, you can give me a call or contact me. And, you know, if you need a little bit more time, I will be good about letting you come in, okay? But you have to contact me today, okay? And I think I have my email address on the sheet someplace. So anyway, then the other thing is next Saturday, April 5th, we're going to have our soul line dancing class. It's on a Saturday, not a Sunday, okay? So it's, I believe it's at 10 o'clock. So I think it was 10 or 11. Is it 10 or 11? I can't remember now. But anyway, it's on the flyer in the newsletter. And so be sure to come, okay, to that. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. And we're going to probably have people from the Mountain View Buddhist Temple coming to it. So some of the BWA ladies. So come and join us and say hi to them as well. The third one is, and it didn't get into the newsletter, I don't know why, but it didn't for April, but we have our first since 2019 casino trip. The BWA ABBA casino trip is going to be on May 17th, and we're going to the Chicken Ranch Casino, okay? That's in Jamestown, California. And so, and it's, if you're a member of BWA ABBA, or auxiliary member as well of BWA, it's $30. If you're a non-member, it's $40. And this is a bus trip, and we have a lot of fun on the bus. If you've gone before, you know what we do on there. We have a lot of fun, okay? So think about coming with us and joining in the fun. And I have some forms out on the table in the back. So if you want to go, please join us. Thanks.
Tori from DSPO. Reminder, next Sunday is our Hanamatsuri Day luncheon. Thank you for everyone that's already signed up to bring something, and for those of you that haven't, we'll circulate the sign-up list again. Thank you.
Morning, Larry Honda. Church is really busy these next couple of months, so this is a quick summary of what's coming up. As Tori mentioned, next Sunday is Hanamatsuri, so service is 10 o'clock, right, in the gym. 2 weeks from today, April 13th, is the Earth Day service, but we're also having something special at 4 o'clock. As you probably have heard, Reverend Henry Adams from San Mateo is under consideration to become our next Rinban. And so he and his family will be here for anyone in the Sangha who would like to meet him and his family. So again, that will be 4 o'clock on April 13th in the multi-purpose room gym area. We'll probably have some light refreshments. That part's still to be decided. He's also going to be the guest speaker at our Sunday, May 4th, Dharma School and adult service here. So hopefully you can be here for that. Rinban also would like to announce that on Saturday, May 3rd, it's in the Dharma. We are showing a film called Carving the Divine. It's about a Buddhist sculptor by Yujiro Seki, and the film's director. So that'll be shown in the gym. So please be on the lookout. It's in the latest Dharma newsletter. When on Sunday, May 18th, we have Bishop Harada as our guest speaker for our Gotane service. There's also an infant presentation on that day. And if you wish, as Rinban has mentioned, there is a Kiyashiki affirmation ceremony where you can get your Buddhist name. So many people get their Buddhist name when they pass away, but you can also get a Buddhist name ahead of time. So if you want to do that, the bishop will confer that upon you. So look for that in the Dharma newsletter. Those of you high school seniors, scholarships applications are out now. Those are due by the end of April, so please get those in. And then last, on that May 18th, very busy day that day, is also going to be the next Lahaina Honganji fundraiser. So we'll have another plate lunch special. Again, look in the Dharma newsletter for that. But the menu this year is, I got to look it up, shoyu chicken, cabbage spam, rice, green salad, and fresh fruit. And again, any funds raised here are going to go to the Lahaina Honganji mission. Thank you.
Hi, Arlene Mori for Ika Sangha. So this is just a reminder that we're collecting still t-shirts of any size, cereal boxes, and bring in books for the book swap. Again, that's in 2 weeks. Thank you.
Sorry, I just want to make a correction. Soul Line Dancing is on Saturday, April 5th at 11:30. Okay, thanks.
Before everyone leaves the temple, please straighten out all the books for the next service. Those of you who are interested are welcome to attend the adult English service following this service. For your safety, please obey the crossing guards and look both ways before crossing the street. Thank you for attending today's service.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Steve Onishi, and I'll be your chairperson for this morning's service. I'm glad everyone got blown in and not blown out. It's been a little crazy today. First of all, are there any new people who've never been here before? You've all been here before, great. And I didn't scare everybody off, good. So we will start this morning's service with Sambujo, page 24 in the large service book, followed by sutra chanting Sambutsuge on page 22 in the small Dharma School service book, and page 79 in the large service book.
Namanda, 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 namanda. 社日月間に修行縁要開始音平有脈十目如来有言調整無輪小学大音コール寺法開門精進三昧知恵意徳無量修正慶宇人体前年小仏法海愚人人の空語外体無明欲ぬ生存用無人の死死人徳無量国君古代知恵人妙公妙意相神道大仙願が差仏在所法華道生じ未不下脱不正上位解任精進行税三昧知恵以上有性特物不行志願一切空空一切大安慶死無物百千六万無量大小修行五弱用一切死と小仏不尿愚道検証不客非尿行者小仏世界部パカケ無種節道光明師匠変死小国尿税精進異人難量ヨガサ仏国土第一五種奇妙道場超絶国尿内音二無闘争ガト愛民道脱一切自法来生心熱症状意図が国経楽安穏好物神妙税が心象発願の非力少々欲必法生存知恵無下上量子孫知が信行軽量心死食毒中が行症 namanda, namanda, namanda.
Now, will everyone rise for the Gatha, please sing the Gatha Seya on page 226 in the large service book, and afterwards remain standing for the three treasures on page 3 in the small Dharma School service book.
Let's read the three treasures on page 3 of the small book. Hard is it to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the teachings of the Blessed One. Now we hear it. If we do not deliver ourselves in the present life, no hope is there that we shall be freed from the suffering and sorrow in the ocean of birth and death. Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of your way to enlightenment and awaken in ourselves our supreme will. I take refuge in Dharma. May we all together be submerged in the depth of the doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in Sangha. May we all together become units in true accord in your life of harmony in a spirit of universal oneness, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through ages of myriads of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo. Thank you. Please be seated.
And now we'll have a sermon by Minister Assistant Dennis Akizuki.
Please join me in Gassho, reciting the Nembutsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning, and those in the Hondo and those watching at home on YouTube. So recently, I've been kind of communicating with members of the Las Vegas Buddhist Sangha,
which is a growing community of Jodo Shinshu followers. And just on the side note, some of you may have heard that they have an Obon festival. For many years, they've had an Obon festival. And it's indoors, of course, because it's in the summertime and it's Las Vegas. And it's very hot there. And this is actually a very popular Obon festival. You get people from all over coming. I wouldn't know why to Las Vegas, but there's actually a bus that goes from Southern California. My aunt would go every year on this bus. And, you know, they would go and dance at Obon. And then there are other things I've heard you could do in Las Vegas. So that might be another reason why people enjoy going to their Obon. So I've been talking to Las Vegas because they're interested in getting butsudans from us. Who has a butsudan at home? Who doesn't know what a butsudan is? Okay. Okay, so first slide. A butsudan is a Buddhist household altar. Okay. Butsu means Buddha. Dan means platform or altar. What's the purpose of a butsudan? My friend I, also known as AI or artificial intelligence, explains that an butsudan is a household altar to honor Buddha and deceased family members. That's this quote that I comes up with. The butsudan is a central part of Japanese Buddhist family life, serving as a place for daily prayer, remembrance of ancestors, and connection with the spiritual realm. In Jodo Shinshu, a butsudan is a space for reflection, gratitude, and connection with Amida Buddha. So butsudans come in all sizes, be small as a Kleenex box, and almost as large maybe as a refrigerator. Butsudans have been an important life of Buddhist life in Japan, in here in the United States. I found a 2023 article on butsudans in Tricycle Magazine. It's a Buddhist magazine. Jeff Wilson, who is a minister and a teacher, quotes Alice Uno, a Buddhist teacher whose husband was the influential Reverend Taitetsu Uno. And she has a quote about the importance of an obutsudan in her family life when she was growing up in the Central Valley. She said, "It was really important to my parents that we had an obutsudan at home. My parents always told us that if there ever was a fire, the altar was the first thing we had to take out of the house. That and the drawer underneath it, which contained the sutras, important papers like birth certificates. I was also always scared of dusting the altar because it was so special and sacred. My mother always said, you shouldn't use an ordinary rag. There was a special cloth to clean it with. We'd bow to it in the morning and in the evening before we went to sleep." So in Japan, for Obon, in rural areas especially where Reverend Mikama comes from, ministers will go from house to house to conduct memorial services before family obutsudans, right? Butsudans. And this potentially could be hundreds of services. Last maybe 20 minutes. There's always tea. So you would 20 minutes tea, go to the next one, 20 minutes tea. So lots of tea, lots of services. This could go on for many days. And if the family wasn't home, they would leave the door open. The minister would go in, do the service, and leave. But there's always would be tea there for them also. Wilson points out in his story that, quote, "Butsudans remain cherished items in many Japanese, American, and Canadian homes, but many others have become orphans as patterns of religious belonging and practice shift, and they ultimately end up sheltering in nearby temples, refugees of secularizing society. Those cast out sacred objects wait to be adopted by new generations. But if they can't find a new family, they face eventual destruction," unquote. So this is why many Shin Buddhist temples, such as ours, get obutsudans. People bring them by, their parents had a butsudan, their grandparents, and they no longer want it. So we have a number of them here in actually on the side of the United and in the conference room, there are, you'll see obutsudans. Las Vegas is interested in getting some of ours. I think they have members who want to obtain an obutsudan. So And this is something that's open to you too. You can go there. It's actually, they're free. Most people pay a donation, but you can get it for free. Have all the altar pieces that you can get there. So if you have an obutsudan that, or you know somebody that doesn't want it any longer, I mean, by all means, have them bring it by the temple. Obutsudans can be very valuable. I mean, not just in sentimental or religious terms, but in dollar terms. If you do a Google search, you'll find new obutsudans. They actually have automatic doors. I've never seen one that operates like that, but I guess they have automatic doors. I saw one going for a sales price of $17,500. I saw a vintage, meaning used, teak butsudan going for $9,900. So don't throw those butsudans away. As people from Las Vegas are interested, people from elsewhere also interested, and even here. So not even here, but here, we've had people come by and get obutsudans here that we have. Of course, those are expensive ones. There are ones that are much less expensive, and families do pass them down from generation to generations. And sometimes Dharma school classes will do little obutsudans, and they will become a place at the family. So I found this other kind of webpage, a Young Buddhist Editorial. It's a group, as the name indicates, are young Buddhists. They did a photo essay titled "Home is Where the Buddha Is." And it shows a variety of butsudans with explanations of their history and their use. You can Google Young Buddhist Editorial and butsudans, and you should come up with a story. And it's very interesting just to see there's a whole variety. Like there are some of those ones you can see made in Dharma school, and some larger ones, and some and the descriptions of how they're used and what they mean to the family. So there are altar pieces on the butsudans, like they all have like a central image. In Jodo Shinshu, there'd be image of either Amida, or like a scroll, or Namo Amida Butsu written in kanji, Japanese writing in Chinese characters. We have, even in the office, we have a handout that identifies the altar pieces and where you place them in front of the altar. So what do you do when you have an obutsudan? And I was talking to Rimban Sakamoto this past week, and he says, years ago, people would chant Shoshinge in the morning and Shoshinge in the afternoon or evening, right? And they would put bupan, rice offering. But then things change, and maybe a lot of places maybe just do like ubupan, and you do gasho, moshoko at dinner time. And I kind of remember that when I was growing up, that we would do that. So over the years, the practice has changed. In the tricycle article, Reverend Henry Adams of the San Mateo Buddhist Temple, and as mentioned in previous weeks, is consideration to be our next Rimban. He recalled one memorial service he conducted at a home. He arrived there, and there were glasses of water placed in front of the obutsudan, which is not in keeping with traditional practices. And so Reverend Adams recalls that he noticed the dates of the death for all these family members were the same date. And then he recalled the woman who was holding service was from Nagasaki. And he realized she lost most of her family in the atomic bombing of the city. And quote, she told him that the people injured by the bomb were terribly thirsty and called out for water as they died. So she remembers her loved ones lost to war and offers glasses of water to honor them. So usually we think of ministers instructing lay people, but here a lay person was instructing the minister of the true potentiality of that obutsudan. As Reverend Adams related, he said, that was very eye-opening to me, It meant that I needed to be more flexible and open to appreciating the ways in which the obutsudan can serve as a focal point for people in their home spiritual lives. And in case of this woman, it's really her lifelong process of navigating the grief from that traumatic event of her childhood. So if you don't have an Butsudan, again, you can check out the ones here before Las Vegas claims some of them. We're trying to figure out a way to get them to Las Vegas. You can do traditional services like in the old days in the morning and evening. You could try chanting on your own. You could chant along maybe with a recording or something on YouTube. One of the Rinban in Sacramento, Reverend Sugahara, he posts every morning on YouTube. He posts a service. It's something he started during the pandemic. He would stream a live service, but as the years went on, he tape records them. He records them, and then he posts them every morning, I think at 8 a.m. So you could follow along at that, or you could just do, like Oshoko. Every morning, offer incense. So I think, this, you could consider doing this, making this part of your day to honor your connection with loved ones who have passed on, and maybe make this a meaningful daily practice for you. So that's what I'm going to try. I'll let you know how that goes if I actually do that. But if you want to do this, you let me do how it goes for you too, so we can discuss that, and hopefully you learned. So those of you who don't know about Subutsunans learn a little bit about it, and maybe those who have Subutsunans also maybe learn a little bit about that. So please join me in Gassho and reciting the Nembutsu. Namo Amida-butsu. Namo Amida-butsu. Namo Amida-butsu. Namo Amida-butsu. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Dennis. So I think I'm going to go to the board and see if we can get some slot machines built in here. We'll get more people coming to our bon. Maybe that's the key, huh? The other thing, as he mentioned, we have lots of obutsudans. Families will give us to the church, and we're collecting a ton of them. So I'm actually responsible for moving stuff around. So we're looking for places to store it. So if you would like one, please come and grab one. There's some beautiful ones. There's some small ones, big ones. There's a really interesting one that's not here yet, but it will be. The Yamaichi family. Many of you know Jimmy Yamaichi passed away. And in their home, they had I guess he got a kit from Japan actually originally. And so he and his son George put together this huge obutsudan in their hand. It's got to be this tall, and like this wide. It's this huge, beautiful obutsudan. And so they're donating it to the church. And so our plan right now, my plan, is when we build our new building across the street, the new Dharma Center, we're going to have one large conference room. There's a bunch of classrooms, but there's going to be one large conference room, and we'll place that in there. So it can be used kind of as a little chapel. So it's really a cool use of some of that stuff. But please, as a matter of fact, I'd love to make the announcement now. So there's events going on in the gym, so the refreshments will be in the conference room over here. So please, we'll have you go exit this way directly into the conference room, and you'll see some of those obutsudans up there. And again, as Dennis mentioned, they're available for people to take. They're too valuable to throw away or whatever, right? So that, we hope people will take advantage of that. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. Well, now everyone, please rise for singing Gatha Ondok-san 2 on page 76 in the small service book.
Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Please be seated.
Let's see. Are there any announcements at this time?
Good morning. On behalf of BWA and ABBA, I want to let you know about something fun that's coming up. They're going to the Chicken Ranch Casino. This is on Saturday, May 17th. For those of you who don't know, Chicken Ranch Casino is in Jamestown, California. Let's see. The cost is $30 if you're a member of BWA or ABBA, but if you're not, it's only $40. So the forms are in the back of the Hondo. It's also, oh, unfortunately, it didn't make it in the Dharma. So there are forms in the back, and if you're a BWA or BWA member, you would have received a mailing this week. So if you have any questions, you can always ask a BWA member. Thank you very much.
Just real quick. It's not that gambling is a part of Buddhism. I just want you to make sure you know that.
Just to let you know, my husband and I signed up for that trip. Do you know the history of the Chicken Ranch? Has nothing to do with chickens. You'll have to look it up to know the notorious history of that name. That's what my husband told me. I don't know if his memory is true or not. My name is Jeannie Nakano. I'm here to speak about Ikosanga. Now, all of you have been here last Sunday, so you know 2 weeks from today, April 13th. What time are you going to come for service? 9:30, you got it. All right. And you're going to be joining the Dharma School students for their service. And they will exit at 10 to go on to the annex building to begin their Earth Day activities. And then at 10:30, you will join them. The first activity will be joining them in the Mottai Nai dance. You will be taught the dance by Reiko Iwanaga and who is the other one? Oh, Lynn. No, is it Michelle? Or is it Lynn Yamaichi? Lynn Yamaichi. Okay, Lynn Yamaichi and Reiko. And then you have the time to browse through our other activities. We call them stations. There are a lot more than we listed in the Dharma, so you'll have to come and check it out. One that's new to me is learn to refuse. Have you learned to refuse? Have you ever said no, thank you? Okay, when you do takeout, what do you refuse to take with you, including the food? Do you ask for the plastic forks or napkins? I mean, you could, the napkin, but certainly you would refuse a fork and spoon and knife, right? Because you're going to have your own reusable ones. Or if you're taking it home, you have your home utensils. That's one way I would think that you would learn to refuse. But anyway, there are a lot of interesting ones. We have a wide range of people who are presenting. We have octogenarians. Those are people in their 80s. People in their 80s, 90s, you know, they have a lot of information to share. And we have two of the gentlemen in our Sangha who've been doing what they're doing for a number of years, so they know it in and out. We also have someone who has helped us from Boise, no, not Boise, it's Moscow, Idaho. She has sent a video for us to use and to learn from her. This happens to be Harriet Kawamata's daughter, Erin. So we have someone from far away participating. We have Boy Scouts participating. They're going to be doing a carbon emission demo. I haven't seen it, but I'm looking forward to seeing it. I just learned the other day and more information this morning that there's going to be a very special quilt. Someone you remember from Well, we remembered him, but he's been gone 25 years. Remember Ed Iwasaki? Yeah? He was our board president, very influential here. He was an Apple man. So we're very pleased to be able to show a quilt that was made for her two daughters, the widow, Joyce Iwasaki, out of Ed's shirts. Ed's shirts were made into two different quilts, or maybe they're very similar. Are they similar? For her daughters to have. Something that they could always clutch for the rest of their lives. So you'll want to check that out when you come to Earth Day. Remember, you are joining us. You're not going home after this service is over at 10:30. You're going to be led into the annex. So please look forward to that, and we look forward to seeing you on the 13th, okay? Good. Thank you.
Good morning, Larry Honda. Sorry, I have a lot of announcements. So as you know, next Sunday is Hanamatsuri. So, we won't be meeting in here. We'll be meeting in the gym like normal. And this year that we're doing a luncheon, not just light refreshments, and we're asking not just the Dharma School parents, but the entire Sangha if they want to contribute to our potluck. So there is a sign-up sheet online, but there's also a sign-up sheet in the back. So if you don't use the computer, or if you just want to do it now while you remember, please sign up to bring. You can bring either a main dish or a side dish or an appetizer. We're not really in need of desserts because Junior YBA does a bake sale every year, so you can get your desserts that way. Okay, let's see. The day before that, I guess I should do that. Linda was talking about the next Soul Line dancing event is this Saturday, April 5th, and I forgot what time she finally corrected it to. 11:30. So that's what I saw in the Dharma newsletter. That is also in the Dharma newsletter. The following Sunday, as you heard, is Earth Day, but another event that's happening is Reverend Adams, who again is under consideration to become our next Rinban January 1st, is going to be here for a visit with his family. So we've been working on trying to get him here for any of you who are interested to meet him before the board. And so the way it works now is Reverend Adams and the board have to both agree to this position. So before that happens, we'd like you to have an opportunity to do a meet and greet with him. So he's also going to be our guest speaker on May 4th, but unfortunately his family can't be here that day. So we wanted to arrange a different date where his family would also be here. So that's going to occur in 2 weeks at 4 o'clock. It's going to occur in the multipurpose room in the gym over there. So if you're interested, please attend. Let's see, what else did I write in here? Monday, April 21st, as Steve wrote about in the Dharma newsletter, is the annual Betsun Golf Tournament. And as part of that, we have a special raffle where the proceeds from the entire golf tournament are going towards the Dharma Center. So this year we're running a 50-50 raffle. So tickets for that are $20, and you can buy them in the office or you can get them from Steve because Steve knows everything. Let's see, what else? Can't read my own handwriting. For those of you who have high school senior students who are kids or grandkids, the Betsun scholarship applications just came out, I think within the last week. They are due on May 2nd. So it's a really easy one. All the seniors, they've already submitted all kinds of applications for schools and scholarships. This one's a very, very simple one. So please encourage them to apply. Let's see, Saturday, May 3rd, we are doing a showing of the movie Carving the Divine, which is about a Buddhist sculptor. Reverend Kenji Akahoshi is going to do a brief intro. He actually knows the filmmaker, Yujiro Seki. And So the film would be shown around 1:15, and then afterwards there will be a Q&A via Zoom with the filmmaker because he lives in Japan. So again, this will be a fundraiser for the Dharma Center. So this will be on Saturday, May 3rd. As mentioned, Saturday, May 4th, Reverend Adams will be the guest speaker for that service, and there will be a light lunch following. And then Rinban has talked about many times Sunday, May 18th. So our annual Gotana service, where Bishop Harada will be our guest speaker. This service normally coincides with an infant presentation. So if you have kids or grandkids with newborns, they can have that done that day. And then one thing different is there's going to be a Kiyashiki affirmation ceremony. So that means you can get a Buddhist name. So for those of you who don't know, normally a lot of times when you pass away and you have a Buddhist service, you get a Buddhist name conferred upon you. But you can also get a Buddhist name before that. And to me, that makes more sense to actually have some, know what you're going to be called, instead of just, hey, you or something. So actually, my wife and I have signed up for this to have this done. So the bishop's going to be able to do this. When the Betsuin group, back in the summer of 2023, went to the Honganji in Japan for all the stuff that went on, the 800th anniversary and the BWA World Conference, there were probably 8 or 10 of that group who actually got their Buddhist name at the Honganji. So if you're interested in that, I don't know when the deadline is for that. Again, these are all in the Dharma newsletter. And then the same day, we are having another Lahaina Plate fundraiser. So this is the first announcement of this outside of it just appearing in the Dharma. Again, this is thanks to Gwen Osso and the Osso family. They do most of the work for this. A couple of us just help, but again, all the funds for this will go to the Lahaina Honganji. Again, it's going to take a long time for them to build up their temple that burned down. So this menu is going to consist of shoyu chicken, cabbage spam. I saw a picture of it. It looks exactly what you would think. It's cabbage with little pieces of spam in it. I don't know. Rice and green salad and mac salad and I think fruit. So anyway, that's it. Thank you very much.
Unlike him, I don't come up with notes, so consequently I forget. One of the most important things when Michael Kobori is here for the adult portion on Earth Day is that he would prefer to have a Q&A. So we prepared to have a hand mic circulate so that you can ask your questions. So I wanted to give you 2 weeks to be thinking about what question might you ask someone who's been working in sustainability his entire working career, 22 years at Levi Strauss Company, and then an additional half a dozen years at Starbucks. What kind of question can you ask someone who spent a year? Sustainability. I mean, the word is relatively newish, right? But he's been at it his entire career. And so I just want to let you know ahead of time, because you know how it is when you're a speaker and you ask for a question and nobody raises their hand. So now that you've had 2 weeks warning, you will be prepared, right? Oh, I don't see anyone nodding. Should I worry? Well, thank you. You will enjoy his time with you. Okay, thanks.
Wanted to thank our Reverend Jones and our minister assistants, Dennis Akizuki and Sumi Tanabe, our organist, Michael Yoshihara, and the AV coordinator for this week's service is Kevin Kitagawa. Let's see. At this time, will everyone, we'll have closing gasho. Please come forward for incense offering. And as I mentioned before, the refreshments, if you'll just exit through that door, it'll lead you down to the conference room where we'll have refreshments. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Please join me in gasho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Nama. Thank you, everybody. Please come forward for Gasho.